guy that's almost 7 feet tall, rookie Zach. It's a beautiful move by a guy that's almost 7 feet tall. A beautiful move by a guy that's almost 7 feet tall.
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And I had to talk about the Zach Collins situation. He's on the way back to the San Antonio Spurs off an injury. He just been assigned to Austin. So I had to revisit this whole situation, man. Will this Zach Collins experiment work for the San Antonio Spurs? Will it be productive? And I think it may have a puncher's chance of being productive for several reasons. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of clear the air, because if you're a fan of the channel, you know I wasn't real happy about this signing, real happy about this pick. But I have changed my tune just a bit once I look at his contract, once I look at the potential, once I look at his draft status. I feel a little different. But before I jump too deep into it, if you love my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay guys, I'm not gonna keep you here long today. I just wanted to touch bases with you about the Zach Collins contract or the situation. You know, if you know how I feel about the situation, he was not the Collins that I wanted.
The timeout, Cooper on the lob and up top to John Collins. What a play!
But hey, we always, don't get what we want as Spurs fans when it comes to free agency. That's just a fact. I think we got what we wanted one solid time, and that was LaMarcus Aldridge. And you know how that turned out. So we don't usually get what we want, but the Spurs do make low-key moves that pan out, and I think this has the potential to pan out. Zach Collins, if you don't know, he was 10th in the draft. He was arguably, I think, completely the highest draft pick we have on the squad right now. Now, obviously, he didn't live up to that because of injuries. Didn't average more than 6 points a game, out his 3-year career. A few rebounds, show potential, athleticism, defensive prowess, good hands. He has potential. I think he was picked a little high. He was in that draft class where Donovan Mitchell went 13 and this guy goes 10. So obviously he's not probably your traditional top 10 pick, but the Spurs did take a gamble on him because we do need depth on the front line. We do need help up front, and he does have the defensive prowess and energy and athleticism to help this team. The only issue is his injuries. He's coming off of like a stress fracture in his ankle. He hasn't played all last season, so his rhythm is going to be off. So the Spurs took a gamble with this guy, but the gamble isn't truly a gamble once you really look at the contract situation. His contract situation is his first year is fully guaranteed, his second year is 50% guaranteed, and his third year is not guaranteed at all, which I was happy to hear, because when I heard they signed this guy to a 3-year, $22 million deal, I was like, what the heck, man? But to put that deal in perspective, it really puts the Spurs in the driver's seat to, dominate the situation if it works out. Let's say he comes back, he plays good for us for 20 games. That's great. That means he's earned his $7 million. That means he goes into the offseason healthy. He can work with the coaching staff. He can work on his game. He can get better in the system. And then we can play him all next year. And he can have a wonderful year potentially. And we just only owe him 50% of the money. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know the really logistics of the whole situation as far as contract. I know only 50% of it is guaranteed. Now, does he get the whole $7 million if he stays on the squad? Then that's fine too. That would be fair. If he's playing well, he deserves to get paid. If he isn't, we can cut him and we can get 50% of that money back. So the Spurs, they really laid the groundwork for this contract in a smart way to protect themselves. If he pans out, great. If he doesn't pan out, then cut his money. Or if he's kind of in between and we hold on to him all next season, then the third year we're like, we want to cut our ties. Or if we make a free agent signing, or God forbid, actually make a trade, then we can always cut him loose. So this experiment, I think it's going to work for us either way. You know, if he doesn't pan out, you know, we're not really losing too much money. If he does pan out, then that's great. You know, he's hungry. He's ready to prove himself. He does have a somewhat of a soft touch from the mid-range. If he can extend that a little bit, that'll be great. I don't expect to see that this season. You know, maybe he's been working on some things. Maybe he'll surprise us. Who knows? But, you know, I was real critical of this pick. A lot of fans have been critical of this pick. But to be honest with you, from a business savvy perspective, from a contract perspective, and from kind of like, you know, just a growing perspective, you know, it's actually a really good move. It really is, because it's low risk, high reward. Okay, because we're not paying a whole lot. We still got other players. We still got Lockdale. We still got Landale. We still got Pirtle. Still got Eubanks. Yeah, Eubanks. I know. But hey, this is just one of those moves that could pan out to really help us. Because at the end of the day, the Spurs need some size. They need some length. They need someone who can run the floor, someone with good hands to catch those passes from Murray, catch them passes from White, you know, to finish around the basket. And he's good at that. You know, he can dunk the ball. You know, how many times have we wished for Pearl just to dunk the ball? Now, don't get me wrong. Pearl's been playing a lot better, but he lays up the ball entirely too much. Zach Collins, when healthy, you would never have to worry about that. He's always usually going to dunk the ball. Like I said in the intro, he does the up and under moves. A lot of good moves for a guy his size. So potentially, he could really help this team. All right, guys, that's it for this one. This is a short one today, just to talk about Zach Collins. I will be keeping a good eye on him when he makes his, you know, G League debut for the San Antonio Spurs, for the Austin Spurs. I'll be seeing how he moves, if he still has the wind, the athleticism, the vertical. Not saying his vertical was crazy, but can he still finish, dunk the ball? Those little intangible things I will be looking for. Let me know in the comment section if you're looking forward to this pickup, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.